it's important to note na after all of those years, you should go back to our other episodes na, like getting here financially took you a lot of work and a lot of time. But if there's
Sobra
any
talaga.
lesson na I'm taking away from it, it's that madidiskartehan mo yun. Kaya siyang diskartehan. There's a way to work around it. There are people willing to help if you need help. There are ways to learn skills we lack. Kung meron mang
Yes.
kulang sa kaalaman natin, sa diskarte natin. Luckily, we have resources to learn those things. Pero, at the end of the day, ang hindi natin basta-basta, masasalba is if we mess the relationships that we have, especially surrounding these important things. So,
Yes.
taking notes.
Ay, nako. Ikaw, madam, can you make kwento of your biggest heartbreak? Eto na.
Biggest heartbreak.
Eto
Actually,
na.
hindi naman
Okay,
like you know
sige,
what
sige. Okay.
the way that I think about it now, I don't even look at it as like my biggest heartbreak. I look at it as the biggest thing that propelled me forward. Kasi hindi, like looking back, I'm not heartbroken over it anymore, but it really pushed me to switch my life up. As nagbago talaga buhay ko, madam. As in, I will never forget turning 23. Turning 23. When I turned 23, okay, let's preface this, sorry. Nung nag-i-intern ako, I had a boss. I was 19, 20 years old at that time. Tapos yung boss ko, si Iggy, who was a guest on this podcast bago kami ni Rizza nag-start hosting together. And sabi ni Iggy sa amin, 23 si Iggy nun, ako 19. Sabi ni Iggy, okay, my challenge to you guys is pagka 23 na kayo, dapat nalagpasan niyo yung narating ko. Tapos I was like, paano ko yun gagawin? Kasi Iggy, at that time, like, he seemed so successful and he really was very talented. I mean, he was managing us at 23. So, to me, iniisip ko yung 23. Parang, anong gagawin ko sa 23 to
Ilang
be
taon ka
like...
nito, madam?
19 ako nito.
Okay.
Tapos, I was thinking, oh my gosh, how many years do I have until 23? Like, what could possibly happen to my life na it would change so much? And it did. As in, like, when I turned 23, it was life-changing. And here's why. So, the story is, I was actually engaged at 22. I was so young, you guys. I was so young. And during
Super
this
bagets.
time, like, can you imagine? I'm 26 now and I feel like I'm bagets. So when I was 22, I was much, much younger. Tapos, I was in a relationship. I got engaged really early because it was a long-distance relationship. So parang there was this sense of urgency na you don't really get to see each other often and you just want to close the distance. So then, I moved to Tokyo. Imagine, at 22, madam.
Grabe, madam.
Can you imagine moving to a
Grabe.
different country? Tapos ano pa to I moved my job. As in like, I had to switch to work from home during the time na hindi naman uso work from home. As in, I had to negotiate with my bosses na sabi ko, I need to be able to work remotely. If you wanna keep me, papayagan niyo ako mag-work remotely. And they did.
Yeah.
Tapos, long story short, I won't go into the details, but hindi kami nagkatuluyan. So, on my 23rd birthday, as in the day itself, I flew home to the Philippines. And I felt like a failure. Grabe talaga yon, madam. Kasi, imagine, birthday ko, I was on a flight home, tas wala akong sinabihan na I had this feeling na it was over na, hindi ko na makikita ulit yung ex ko. And it was like, I had to start my life all over again because I was so sure that that was gonna be the rest of it. Pero, sabi ko, wala na akong choice. I need to take matters into my own hands. Ako na bahala sa sarili ko. So, from my 23rd birthday, sabi ko talaga, I need to take care of myself as in the best way I know how. Kasi, turns out, di ko maaasahan yung ibang tao to be like, I'm gonna take care of you.
Which is
Diba?
true.
So, what happened was, since then, 23 ako nun, I started freelancing again. Ayan, bumalik na ako sa hustle ko na extra
She's back.
jobs, extra whatever. And then, December that year, di ba umuwi ako? Noong December, nag-Christmas ako with my family sa Baguio. The thing is, talagang kinuwento ko na, pero the thing is, I thought hindi ko na sila makakasama for Christmas or anything like that. So to me, I was like, akalain mo yun, nakasama pa rin ako, nakabalik ako sa Baguio. Kasi dun kami every year nagki-Christmas. And then, super randomly, a friend of a friend was also in Baguio. Kasi taga dun yung family niya.
Okay.
Tas Christmas Day that year, sabi sa akin, "Hey, Ayin, I'm in Baguio. Do you wanna have coffee?" So this was like December 25. Tapos sabi ko, honestly, tinatamad ako noon kasi ang lamig sa Baguio. Gusto ko lang humiga. Pero nag-yes na kasi
gabi.
ako. Yun nga Tapos parang, sige na nga, ano ba yan? Sige, fine, magko-coffee na ako. Hindi kami close na tong girl na to. Tapos parang, fine. Ito na nga. Ito na, papanindigan ko na pagka-extrovert ko. Let's
True.
go. So then I had coffee with her. And this was Janica. Her name's Janica. We had coffee. Tapos, we got along so well. We were both heartbroken at that time. Tapos, nag-bond kami over that. Then, come January, she texts me again and says, "Hey, Ian, do you wanna go to Spain?" Sabi ko, what? Sabi ko, what? You wanna go to what? Spain? Tapos sabi niya, yeah, kasi merong job. Like, all you need to do is go to the interview, ganyan. I'm actually going to my interview now. You should submit your application. So then, me being like, okay, ano nang gagawin ko sa life ko? I just wanna be, I wanna be better than this. I wanna be more. I wanna experience more. So, I applied. I got in. And after I turned 24, like a few days after I turned 24, I flew to Madrid. And I moved to Spain. I spent the next year. Grabe talaga. As in, I went from like dependent. I moved to Tokyo to meet somebody and be there with them, to moving to Madrid and being like, ako magbabayad ng apartment ko, ako magbabayad ng plane ticket ko, grabe talaga. Sabi ko, I need to fix this. I need to take control. And that's what I did when I was 24. Tapos alam niyo naman what happened after that. After that, I continued my YouTube channel. I started the business Morena the Label. And then I moved back. And then we started Camp Confidence. We started... And then here we are.
And then this.
And then this.